Fresh from the excitement of scooping Britain's leading contemporary art award, the Turner Prize, residents of Granby and the Granby Four Streets Community Land Trust have now had time to take in the news and reflect on all of their hard work and passion committed along the way.
Surreal. We've just entered a new land now. We've entered a land that we've never explored before, a land where we are internationally famous, and who knows, we may have changed the shape of art. We've certainly changed the shape of how you regenerate streets of empty houses. What's happened here is a healing of years of neglect, of years of racial discrimination, and so what we're seeing now is the beginning of starting to heal that.
On a wider scale, I think it's something where the youngsters can now go on the internet, Google Toxteth, and not see rubbish from the past, because this will shoot to the top of the Google search, which is a great thing. That's a very simple thing, but I think that's a really important thing, that there's lots of news, lots of positive news coming out of the area, which means hopefully the area will start to get a bit more investments, a bit more change, more just more life back into it like it used to be.
As part of the project, 10 of the houses on Cairn Street, which were once derelict, have been completely refurbished, and we had the opportunity to see inside one which is in the process of completion.
This was made in the Granby workshop, which has been on Granby Street. Well, it was open for about a month in the summer, or 6 weeks, where local people have made stuff for these houses, for the houses we're renting to people. And this is made from the rubble that we stripped from the houses, mixed with some cement, and it's beautiful. They polish it up, and it's a really lovely thing to have.
As we were guided around the rest of the house by Teresa, we soon got to see some of the crafted designs and fittings, included hand-decorated tiles in the bathroom, which was sourced by local artists.
Everyone's just so pleased to see them being done up again. Everyone's so pleased to see people moving in. There's people who were forced out. We're hoping that some of them will come back, or the younger generations of those families that were forced out maybe 20 years ago. But it's really good because the local people are getting these houses, and it's lovely to see.
Just walking down Cairn Street, you can see the vast array of individuality in the buildings itself, which is down to the hard work of the local community and Assemble. But there was divided opinion last night when the announcement was made that they'd won this prestigious award, with some experts saying that it wasn't even contemporary modern day art. However, has this project now booked a new trend in the world of art?
I think it is contemporary art because it's being done now. It's being done by the people, for the people, in the people's houses. This is real art. You can pick up, get hold of, you can buy it, have it in your house. The fireplaces are in the houses that Community Land Trust are doing, and lots of other things like the tiles and the doorknobs. It's real art you can touch. It's not something to be locked away in a rich man's warehouse. This is as contemporary as you get. I think this brings art out of its rarefied atmosphere. And okay, if it brings it into somewhere that people have opinions about and have disagreements and discussions about, well, that is good, isn't it? Because that means art once again becomes something that gets in the way, that, you know, that interferes with life, and I think that's all to the good.
With the art already unique in itself, the building where the products were made makes it even more intriguing. Once a newsagent's on the corner, the now Granby workshop had been empty for 25 years, and local artists including Samoya have now reclaimed it as their own and believe what they are offering is somewhat different.
Art is always going to have that traditional aspect of being, you know, pictures that hang on a wall and can be incredibly expensive to buy and is not for everyone. I think the great thing about this is art can also be a community project. It can be about people, it can be about stories, and hopefully the art world will start to accept that a little bit more. But if it doesn't, that doesn't really matter, because it's still going to happen. Communities are still going to kind of use art as a tool for change, and I think no matter what, the attention that Turner Prize brings, the attention it doesn't bring, the controversy it brings, we're still going to do that. We're still going to be making in the community.
Working with Granby Four Streets Community Land Trust, Assemble has helped in refurbishing 10 derelict houses on Cairn Street, and have even proposed turning one ruined house into a glass-roof winter garden. It may just be the start of this regeneration phase in the area, but it's fair to say that this recognition has given residents a boost and has certainly put Granby on the map. Nathan Griffiths, BayTV Liverpool.